everybody. This is Gail. Welcome to Overcoming the Obstacles. Today, we're going to be talking to Kaye Johnson. Now, I know a lot of you know her from Happy Trails Hiking, and if that's where you know her from, then toss a comment in the chat box, because one of the ways that you can support her is just letting her know that you're there. So I'm going to be putting the comments up on the screen, but anytime you're on somebody else's channel, it's always a little nerve-wracking. So you can help by leaving that comment and support Kaye, all right? So she's going to be telling us today about what she's doing with Pampered Chef. And if you're not familiar with their products like I am, she's going to fill us in. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Kaye and let her tell us about herself and her channels and anything else she wants us to know. So, Kaye, thank you for being here today on Overcoming the Obstacles. I'm so delighted to have you.
Oh, Gail, thank you for having me. I am honored that you asked me to be here and very excited. This is a brand new adventure for me. So Pampered Chef was not on my radar. So that's where I was. In November, I was like, my sister's throwing a party and I'll go to the party, and I'm not going to join, but I'm not going to host a party. I'm not going to do any of this stuff because that's just not what I do. Oh, well. So just a little background on myself. I've been married to Matt for 21 years now, and we run Happy Trails Hiking. We have had 4 years on YouTube with Happy Trails Hiking. And before that, I was a teacher. And I still am a teacher in a way on YouTube.
That's hard to say. You still teach.
I mean,
it's all about nutrition and hiking and cooking.
And cooking, yes. So I just think of the Pampered Chef recipes, which is the new YouTube channel, as an extension of what I'm already doing. I think that it's just teaching other people to cook for themselves and how easy it can be. I know that a bunch of people, like all of us Americans and many people from other countries at this point, have learned in the last 9 months to do something new in the kitchen. And so that's kind of what the new channel is all about, and what my journey on Pampered Chef land is. That's kind of what we're doing. So that's about me. I was a band and choir and drama and whatever else they asked me to do, teacher for 17 years, and now I am working from home. I'm fortunate that Matt and I worked it out.
Good.
so that I could work from home and spend more time with our family. And I've enjoyed the Happy Trails hiking run, and that's not going anywhere. We're going to have new content coming up once a week now instead of 2 and 3 times a week. So I'll have 2 videos this week. One's a review of some things about the Hike 365 challenge that we did last year, which we won't be doing this year. For various and sundry reasons, it was a lot of work and a lot of time. And we just felt like it was time to move on and do something else for a little while. It may come back. You never know. But I'm going to do a review for that. Hopefully it'll be out this evening or early tomorrow morning. And then I'll have my regular Thursday videos to come out.
Okay. So everybody look for her videos. Okay. Coming out. So I know that you're passionate about a lot of things. And I also know that working from home has to be quieter than teaching band. My hat is off to you on that. But tell me what your passions are. What would you say your passions would be?
Helping others. I mean, really, that's what I think I was put on earth to do, and helping others to become better at whatever they're working at. And so my passion is just that. I like to help others. I hate to disappoint people. Sometimes you have to, just to take care of yourself. But And sometimes that's just the way life works, is that
Right.
you're just disappointed, but for your own good. But I like to help others do the things and be successful at what they're working at. And so in band, it was to help kids learn to play instruments, and in choir, it was to help kids sing better alone and as a choir. And loved having productions come together in the drama field and things like that. And now I am helping people find trails and find parks that maybe they didn't know about, because as well as I know, that right now being outside and getting out into nature is one of the things that we can do safely. So,
Absolutely.
and I love doing that. And I have enjoyed doing that for the last few years. And with Pampered Chef, I am hopefully helping people find tools in their kitchen that will simplify mealtime and inspire them in the kitchen.
Awesome. Now, we've been joined today by Tanya Lambert. So, hi,
Hi, Tanya and Archer.
Tanya. Yes. Archer's got to be around somewhere.
I'm sure he is.
For you all that are listening, Archer is Tanya's service dog. And I want to take a second. This is unplanned, but I want to do a plug because Kaye is very into fundraising with Pampered Chef. It's one of the great things that she's doing. And so in the spring, we're going to be having a fundraiser for me to get another service dog. So watch our channels for that too.
Awesome.
So,
yeah.
Okay, so you said that this wasn't really your thing when you got started.
Mm-hmm.
What gave you the extra incentive? Like, how did you get involved?
Sure. Okay, so in November, my sister was throwing a party. Actually, it was the end of November, or end of October, beginning of November. My sister was helping out a friend of hers who was a new consultant, and she was hosting a party. And so I was like, okay, I love Pampered Chef stuff. I'm sure I can find something to support my sister's party. I'll invite a few of my friends. It'll be great. Well, being in social media like I am, because all of my job is social media, you have to promote your YouTube channel and promote your blogs and just work in social media all the time. I know that Facebook works on engagement. If you want other people to see your comments, or your posts, then you have to make comments and you have to have people like and all that stuff. So I was trying to help my sister Lori by commenting on every post. Well, the consultant went, wow, she's really into this and she's really good at it, and da 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 da. And so she asked me, she said, do you think that you'd want to host a party? And I said, no. Because
right, never.
It was one of those, I'm adamant, I'm not going to do this. And so the neat thing right now about Pampered Chef is that their shipping, it's direct ship. So if you buy this lovely tumbler for your water or wine or whatever happens to go in it, then it ships to you that day. So I got my stuff before the party was over. And so the things that I bought were a couple of coated knives, because we put them in the camping box. I was like, coated knives with sheaths, those are perfect for camping. We need to take those. So I bought a couple of those and some one cup measuring cups, but storage as well. So
Gotcha.
they're glass cups. And I don't have all the names memorized. I guess I could look that up really quick.
You're still learning.
Anyway, I've realized that I don't need to know everything. So that's good too. But anyway, so I ordered those, and I ordered these mini cast iron skillets, and I'll get to those in a little bit. But so they all came in, and I was showing them to my husband, Matt, and he was like, you love this stuff. And I was like, it's really quality stuff. I don't buy crap. I don't buy stuff I'm not going to like. And so he was like, I really like the stuff that we've gotten from Pampered Chef. I bought him a couple of things here and there. And so he was like, do you think that this would be something you'd want to do? And I went, I don't know. Really?
You went, no, of course not.
I said, no, I'm doing YouTube. He was like, couldn't a YouTube channel go with this? And I went, well, yeah, it could. And then we just got started talking about it. And he was like, all right, so what would this look like in our life? How would this help? Then he said, all right, you could have a YouTube channel. You could do all your cooking recipes. You love to cook. I do. I have been scrambling eggs in the microwave since I was like 8 and doing a little video at our kitchen bar. I'd be like, okay, so you pour the oil around the glass and then you mix up the egg. And, you do little videos like you do when you're a kid. So you're teaching everybody how to do it. And I was just pretending I was a cooking person. Anyway, cooking person on TV. Me and
now you're not pretending anymore.
And now I'm doing cooking videos. And so that was really exciting. And I've learned a lot about, YouTube SEO, search engine optimization, in the last 4 years. And most of my views, and I don't know if you saw, but we got to 400,000 views on our Happy Trails hiking.
Yay!
So that was super. That was one of those milestones that, TubeBuddy tells you about. But anyway, but most of those views, over half of them, come from search. I don't have to share things on Facebook and Twitter, and I don't have to post links all the time, which makes me happy. So that's a nice thing. So I was hoping that this Pampered Chef recipes would really help out, and it would grow like Happy Trails Hiking does. And so it's going. It's only 6 weeks old at this point. So
it's a baby.
It's a baby YouTube channel.
Like every other baby, you still have to nurture it and rock it along.
And I think that I'm probably going to do a live show tomorrow talking about the fundraiser that I've got going on right now. But we'll get to that in a minute.
Okay. All right. Now, Tanya says it sounds like a good fit for you, which I have to say I think so too.
Thank you, Tanya and Gail. I appreciate it.
And Tanya says congratulations, and that's on your huge achievement there with Happy Trails.
I can't imagine that people have looked at me. They're watching me 400,000 times. That's just crazy,
That's fabulous, though. That's what you want.
Yeah, I know. That's why I do it. But I'm just
there you go. But think about all the people you're helping through your channel, just like you're helping with the fundraising.
Sure.
So I have to ask.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead.
I just have to ask, what are your favorite products?
This question changes depending on what I'm making that day,
Sure.
to be honest. I used to think, I love the stoneware. The stoneware is awesome. And that's what Pampered Chef's known for, is their stoneware. I really love our little tumblers that we have now. So this one I bought.
That's great.
Yeah, it's one of those insulated tumblers with a cool little lid. I got water in it right now. It helps to remind me to drink water because I'm still having a problem with that. So this is a cast iron skillet, and it's no bigger than my hand, so about 5 inches across, 5.5.
That's going to be great for camping.
Yes, and they clean up so easily, and just like all cast iron, but they're fabulous, and they come in a set of 2, and they're perfect for cinnamon rolls. So I buy those frozen cinnamon rolls at the store, and I love making cinnamon rolls, but we end up with a 9x13 pan or 2 of them. And for Matt and I here at my house, that's not a good idea. But I can put cinnamon rolls in there, let them rise, and bake them, and they come out perfect every single time. So my cast iron skillets are one of my favorite. And then just to add to it, and I have to tell you that in January, our power tools. So our small appliances are all 25% off. So my deluxe air fryer, I was like, I have an oven. I don't need an air fryer. Are you kidding me? I use the darn thing every day. Every single day I use this. So you'll see in this little bitty picture here, it's got a rotisserie chicken. I love rotisserie chicken for my healthy lifestyle. You know, I eat rotisserie chicken every week, and I used to buy them at the store, but they wouldn't come with the giblets in them, and I didn't know what seasonings they'd put on them. And so it
Right.
really bothered me. I was like, okay, yeah, supposedly that this is a healthy thing, but you know. So
But how do you know for sure?
how do you know for sure? So I now buy a whole fresh chicken, and I make chicken stock out of the giblets and the carcass when I'm done, but I rotisserie it in 1 hour. 1 hour. There's no preheating, nothing. And I don't have to start the grill to rotisserie at all. And this month, it's $209 just for everybody. But if you wanted to host a party, it's $104, which is huge. Being a party host is not really very hard, to be honest. I'm going to be honest with that. But our deluxe cooking blender, regularly $349, $261, and if you wanted to host, you could get it as low as $130. And then the quick cooker, and everybody's heard of an Instapot. This is our pot. So you can make cakes in this thing. You can, I don't know, I don't have one, but you can hard boil eggs in them. You can steam your masks in them and sterilize them. All sorts of things I've learned.
We're doing a lot of that these days.
Oh, a lot. A lot. But January host price is only $93. So I think that that's a really good one. But the air fryer has turned into one of my favorites. I just love it. And it has a dehydrate. I can dehydrate fruits and things. I did beef jerky yesterday. I'm very excited about that for my hiking and camping trips this winter.
I'm going to have to send you a PM on that. We're trying to figure out how to make it.
Oh, nice.
So I'll have to message you.
Yes, message me. I would love to have you.
Now, we got an air fryer with a rotisserie. It's not Pampered Chef because I didn't realize Pampered Chef had it.
Sure.
But my husband even likes to use it.
Nice.
The air fryer. So some of the ladies that are listening that have husbands, if they can't cook anything else or won't cook anything else, you might want to think about the air fryer.
Like I said, I like to simplify mealtime. And if that means your husband will cook, yay, right?
Absolutely.
I'm excited about that. So I made some butterscotch sauce in my deluxe cooking blender. And oh, wow. I think I gained the 3 pounds over Christmas break, over those 2 weeks because of the butterscotch sauce.
Okay.
I made some pecan brownies in my brownie pan, and then I made butterscotch sauce, and it was fantastic. And that is on the YouTube channel if you want to see how that all works. So, yes. So
and I love the brownie pans, by the way.
Oh, yes, they're
I should
fun.
have got one of those in here to show off. I didn't think about it.
Yeah, I was like, all right, well, what do I bring? And I didn't want to just have stuff piling over everywhere. So, anyway, deluxe cooking blender, but they're 25% off in January, and that's a really good deal. I couldn't believe it when they came out with that deal. So, you mentioned fundraisers.
Yeah.
I am working on a Feeding America fundraiser right now. And my goal, so Feeding America works with Pampered Chef, or Pampered Chef works with them. And so they have higher percentages for Feeding America fundraisers. So right now they're doubling everything. So for a regular fundraiser that I would run to help others, they would get 10% of everything, of all sales, up until we got to $600 in sales. And then after $600, she goes to 15%. Well, with Feeding America, it goes 20%. And then when you get to $600, it goes to 30%. So that's really great. This is my Feeding America goal tracker. And right now we're not even to $200. It's still early, but it would be fantastic to get that to get up to $2,000 in sales and a $600 donation. That would make my heart truly happy. So, and the other way that we can make money for Feeding America or raise money for any fundraiser is to have people host parties. So if someone signs up to host a party with me this week, they will donate $6 to Feeding America. And so when you get hosts through your party this spring, Gail, we'll have $3 will be donated for every host we get from your party. So that'll be really, really cool. So
now I want to toss out something real quick about the parties, if you don't mind. If you want to answer this later, you can. But I know that a lot of people still think that a party is done in your living room.
Gotcha.
With, all your stuff spread out on a table and, tasting some of the fabulous Pampered Chef recipes. Can you enlighten us on how that has changed over the past several months?
Sure. I'm going to stop sharing screen now so that we can go back to normal and not be so distracting. But Pampered Chef offers virtual parties, and it can be done a myriad of ways. And I mentioned that I was thinking of going live with my fundraiser tomorrow on YouTube. There's no reason why that can't make some money for the party. Now, I'll just drop the link in the description. I won't be able to put it in the chat because that goes against the guidelines that's like taking people off platform. But I can put the link in the description, and then I'll go live, and I won't be able to do a cooking demo because I have to be live from my computer, and my computer is here. It's not going to my kitchen. So I might do like I don't know, it'll be in the evening. So I'll show off some things. I may mix up a yogurt, whatever. I don't know. I'm not quite sure what that looks like yet, but you can do them on YouTube. Most of the time they're done on Facebook, and they run for 5 to 7 days. So I have a party starting on Friday with a friend of mine down in Tennessee, in West Tennessee. And so I'm in Missouri. I've now done 2 Missouri parties, 1 Michigan party, and 1 Georgia fundraiser. So it's just...
So that really shows you can be anywhere and still do this.
Right. Yeah. You could be in US or Canada, and I think they've started selling Pampered Chef over in France as well.
Wow.
Other places in the UK, not yet, because that's too much fun. I need to know more people in France. Dang it. But anyway, yeah, you could, and hosting a party is not hard, especially virtually. Like, I do all of the work basically, and all I ask you to do is invite your friends and comment and tag them in as many posts as you can. And I put out about 10 posts a day, but I don't want to say I put them out. I have a program that schedules them, and they go out without me necessarily having to do anything. So you could do your daily job, your 9 to 5, and run a party at the same time. Anyway, that's very exciting. So hosting a party, there's some awesome benefits. Right now, we've got double rewards for January. So normally, if you are if you're hosting a party, let me go to a party host, and that will help me run my numbers just a little bit better here. So if you're hosting a party, you have levels. So once your party gets to $200, then you start getting your rewards. So we call that a qualified party. But once your party sales gets to $200, you get a free $25 in free product and a one half price item. And then you get a 10% discount as well on everything else you'd want to buy. And then there's
one air fryer. We'll get you one air fryer.
One person buying an air fryer. We'll do that. We'll do that. So, yeah, I think that I haven't had a non-qualified party yet. Now my Feeding America fundraiser is not, it's not qualified yet, but it will be. I have faith that it will be. So that's one of those things. And then if people are interested in consulting and being me, they've got a super good deal right now going on. You can start for as low as $20.21. 2021. Anyway, you can.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah, it's fun. So they started for 2021, and that will get you your Pampered Chef apron, as well as things to start parties with. So, and you'd get to be a part of my team, and I would help, and I would send you all sorts of fun stuff. So anyway, I would love that.
Yay.
That would be fun. Do we have any questions?
Well, we have Tanya in here, and she says that, well, let me go up here. She says fundraising is a big deal, and it takes a lot to put it together, which it does, but it sounds like Pampered Chef may be like the easiest fundraiser on a planet.
We've got it, like, this is so streamlined. I hit a few buttons, and we go. Like, it's just, I set up this fundraiser in 5 minutes. And I set up an event instead of like a Pampered Chef party, instead of a Facebook group, which is how we set things up on Facebook, is a Facebook group. But I set up a Facebook event for it, and people just get the links and they click the link and they buy things. They buy the things that they need. And I try to show off, like this time I'm doing pantry staples. Like, we sell pantry stuff, like seasonings. I had no idea before I went to my sister's party. I was like, they sell garlic rub? What? I love garlic rub. And they sell pretzel dough, a pretzel mix? That's awesome. And I have a pizza and a beer bread and all that stuff. Anyway, so that's what I'm focusing on. But you can... all of the parties that we've got set up in our scheduler are for good eating right now. Eating well is what we're focusing on for our parties right now through the spring. Good. So yeah, get good recipes and tools for your kitchen to help you eat better for the new year.
And I'm going to take a second. I'm just going to brag on a couple of products, if that's okay.
Do it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I have totally derailed all of your questions.
No, you're fine. And then I want to get to something that Tanya brought up that I didn't know about.
Okay.
But I bought this measuring cup from Pampered Chef at least a decade ago.
Wow.
And I don't want to tell too much about my age, but a while back. And this is something that I think everybody in the kitchen needs to have that cooks, because you can put your liquids in the top and it measures them. But if you have solids, like if you're making a cake and you need like half a cup of Crisco, it's terrible to get that stuff out of a regular measuring cup. It's just awful. But with this, you can put it in, and then all you have to do is pop it out and you're done. And oh my gosh, I used to decorate cakes, and this made life so much easier. And I've got the one cup too. I had to go back and do that.
Nice. It is kind of a game changer in the kitchen.
It is. It is. Yeah. And then I've got, I'm going to make the screen a little bit bigger
Go
here.
for it.
I have the measuring spoons, and oh my gosh, these are awesome to keep in the camper or to keep in the kitchen because they're adjustable and you can just pick whatever you need. There's teaspoon and tablespoon, and I just freaking love these.
My mother just bought those. So, yeah.
Yeah, she's going to love them. I mean, it's like this, it's a real game changer.
Yeah.
Um, but I just got these recently
Yep.
at a party, and I may have to get some more from you someday because I really like them.
Mm-hmm.
Glass containers, so I can go from the oven to the fridge, and the lids fit on really tightly.
Snappable
Really
lids.
tightly.
They're really good.
I love these things.
I dump things out of the refrigerator all the time because I'm a klutz. But yeah, those snappable lids, I can dump it out on the refrigerator floor. It's fine. So,
Yeah, I love them. So I just wanted you all that are watching to know that I believe in these products myself because I use them and I've used them for a long time. And as I'm thinking, it may be closer to 2 decades. But anyway.
Pampered Chef's been around for 40 years. I know you're not 40 years old. It's okay.
No, I'm not. Not at all.
No.
Yes, right. Okay. So I want to go back to something Tanya said.
Okay.
And after fundraising is a big deal, she says that she likes the fact that they have stuff that's easy for disabled and low vision. And I did not know this until now. I am today.
I guess I didn't either. I don't think about that because it's not something that I deal with. But I don't know, maybe Tanya can be more specific because I'm thinking like your measuring cup, I would think that it might be hard for pushing or for seeing all the little gradients. I don't know. Maybe there's products that Tanya knows.
Funny you should mention that because Tanya says, I saw a few larger print items such as measuring cups on there.
There you go.
And she said, I just don't know enough people to do something like this.
To host a party?
So, yeah.
You know what, Tanya, if you don't know, well, invite all of your friends on Facebook. You never know who wants Pampered Chef. I just had a party. I didn't host it. I was consulting for a party. And she was like, I know about 5 people that would want to come. I was like, all right, well, just put this post out on your Facebook. And the post says, I'm hosting a Pampered Chef party. What should I buy? And then that's it. That's all it says. And then I said, put that post out there and say, do you want an invite? Do you want an invite across the top with the picture? And she had 25 people who wanted to come to that party. And 12 people bought things from that party. And her party was a shared rewards party. And so it's a new kind of party that Pampered Chef is offering where everybody can get the rewards instead of the host getting them. And so everybody got a 25% discount off of her party. And it's my highest selling party yet. And she was like, I only know about 5 people who want to come.
Wow.
You never know who is like, you know what? My apple core just broke. Or I've had this spatula for 25 years and it's got so many nicks in it. I really want a new one. But the way that Pampered Chef has changed, you used to have to have someone have a party to get the stuff. And it used to be that, if I'm hosting the party, I get the skillet and then I send it off to Gail. And it was a big process. Now it's, Tanya, if you want to buy something today and I don't have a party going, you can still buy from my page. And you'll get it in the mail in about a week. So there's that. So much has changed, and it has come. Pampered Chef has come into the 21st century like I never expected. So
That's fabulous. I remember having a Pampered Chef party years ago
mhm.
and getting this whole big box of stuff in the mail and then trying to track down everybody who bought stuff and who was home and who wasn't and who was on vacation.
You don't do
So
that anymore.
I literally wound up holding stuff for like 2 weeks for somebody who was on vacation. I was so afraid something would happen to it. So it's so much easier.
This makes life so much easier. And once we're able to do in-home cooking parties again, that will be it'll be great for the hosts because they don't have to have all that stuff come to their house and then distribute it. We still order online, and I can look at your order and go, hey, I see that you ordered these 3 things, and now you can get the or the special for January. And they were like, oh, I didn't even know that. And, so everything's done before the end of the party. So I'm just, I'm just so impressed.
Sounds
So
like a little slice of heaven there,
it's,
honestly.
it's really nice. And Pampered Chef has really made it, beneficial for the host of the party and for the consultant, and it's made it easier for us to do our jobs and help people in the kitchen.
And speaking of helpful in the kitchen, Tanya said, picking up on what she said about some of the things that you have for people who are low vision, she says it can be difficult to find things that are usable for the legally blind.
Mm-hmm.
And that's great for those who have disabilities with their hands.
Yep.
She also says, ooh, I love those. I only use glass and cast iron because it's easier for me to hold heavier
Oh,
items.
wow.
That's great. And I've got a question about the cast iron. So if I get
Sure.
sidetracked, remind me in a second.
That's okay.
I'm really good at rabbit trails. Um, and truly. And Tanya says, measuring cups, spoons, knives that have thicker handles and heavy products could be easier for some like her to hold and use, but others prefer lighter weight items. And Pampered Chef has all these options.
Yes.
So,
So
yay.
my husband, as a consultant, I earned in sales, I earned their knife block and their set of knives. And my husband got a hold of their chef's knives, the 8-inch chef knife. And he was like, wow, I love the weight in my hand. And so I was like, oh, yeah, they're weighted and balanced knives. And they're really nice knives. And then my mom just got a set of coated knives. And my sister had brought the coated chef knife over at Christmas time to my parents' house. And so it's a blue coated chef's knife. And my mom held it and she was like, it's small enough for my hands to grip because my mom has small hands like I do. Or I have small hands like she does. But anyway, and so she held it and it was light enough for her. She was like, I won't get tired cutting. She has shoulder problems and she won't get tired cutting with that. So anyway, sorry, derailed again.
Okay. Tanya also says that she looked into Pampered Chef as she recently moved into her own apartment. Yay! And I need to have certain things that work with my disability. And she says she's talking to me about the rabbit trail. It's TBI.
Oh, yeah.
She does rabbit trails too. But I think it's interesting that she recently moved into her own apartment. Yep. And that she needs to have certain things and looked into Pampered Chef.
See, I'm doing a housewarming party for another gal who actually moved back home, not home to her parents' house, but home from overseas. Her husband's in the military. And so, of course, they don't have very many things, but she just moved home and we're going to do a housewarming party. So it's kind of like a bridal shower, only so she'll fill out a registry and the whole deal. And people can buy things for the Pampered Chef party. They can buy it for themselves and have it shipped to their home, or they can buy stuff for her. So Tanya, we could think about doing something like that for you if you're
What a wonderful idea.
Yeah, it's a really neat idea. I had no idea they did registries either. I've got another little friend of mine who has she's getting married in June, And she has her registry all filled out, and you can say registered with Pampered Chef. And then when you go to the Pampered Chef site, it says find a registry, just like it does at every other store, So that's really cool.
So, Antonia says she wants a set of weighted knives.
Okay, Tanya, I will send you a link as soon as we're done. As soon as we're done here. And you can buy them separately too. So I know they're a little expensive, but if you've got something that, if you've got a certain knife that you like, I really like the 5-inch Santoku knife. It's literally that long, and it's super sharp, and it's weighted. It fits in my hand really nicely. So I like it.
Okay. And she also says that could actually be a selling point for some with a disability. The Pampered Chef has that stuff.
Sure.
And she says she would love that. So that's
cool. I will send you a link to host a party too.
All right. There you go. That's going to be a less expensive way to get the knives.
Totally true. Totally true.
I want to go back to those cast iron skillets though. All right. So let's see. Hold on. Hold that up again. I'm going to make it bigger. Okay. Yay. I just talked to somebody a few days ago who said that she couldn't use cast iron because it was so hard to take care of, and she didn't want to go to all the trouble. And I'm like, it's no trouble. It's easy.
Yeah.
Can you enlighten us?
Yes. Our cast iron doesn't go in the dishwasher, but they're pre-seasoned. So I don't know how to describe seasoning on a cast iron or anything else, cast iron skillet or Dutch oven, other than saying there's oil on there. It's just an oil coating. And I use the little scrapers. So Pampered Chef has these plastic scrapers, and your cast iron set will come with one. And I use hot water, scrape off the bottom, wipe it out, and there we are. And that's how clean they come. I haven't used soap. It's good to go.
See, it's not that hard.
It's not hard. It's not hard. It's a little heavy. So if you have trouble lifting things, these are really small, but they're probably 2.5 to 3 pounds. I mean, they're weighty. And you can't use the skillets or Dutch ovens on a ceramic top stove. But other than that, they're really good. Really easy to take care of.
And they last literally forever. I know people who have bought cast iron skillets, and I know people who've gotten them from their great-great-grandparents back in the 1800s. I mean, like literally.
Yep.
So thank you for enlightening us on that. For anybody that's nervous about cast iron, you don't have to be.
Yep.
And Tanya's saying, can you post for Pampered Chef in your groups you're a part of on Facebook? And she says that she loves cast iron. She has a full set and a cast iron Dutch oven. So, yay.
Tanya, I know we're friends on Facebook. I will send you an invite to my VIPC, very important Pampered Chefs group on Facebook. And I will also send you an invite to the Simply Inspired Kitchen Creations, which is my Facebook page. So I'll send you an invite to both.
And she says, would I have to be on camera the entire party?
No, most of the time, if we're doing a Facebook party, you'd never have to be on camera at all. Like at all.
And if you do have to be on camera, just start it and let Kaye do the rest.
Right. Well,
just turn off your screen.
I don't do live streams with my hosts because people don't like being online live.
Sonya's saying she doesn't like being on camera.
Right. Yeah, I get it. So I think that to host a Facebook party, it's all posts. The one thing I'll ask you to do is comment on every single post and turn on all your notifications for that week for that group. And then, so we'll be, that's all that it would take to host a party is that you comment on every post. And then if you see a post where, oh, I know that so and so likes cast iron, and this is a post about cast iron, then you tag that person in the post, because you know as well as I know that Facebook is not great about notifications. And
YouTube is worse, though. Just saying.
I don't know if it's worse. It's just different. It's just
Okay.
different. I mean, I don't put 10 posts a day on YouTube, but
Well,
if I put
that's
10
true.
posts a day on Facebook, I would expect people to see at least 5 of them, but it doesn't happen. So it's hard. But anyway.
And I want to say we've been joined by Melanie. So, hi,
Hi, Melanie.
Melanie. It is good to see you. So, thanks for coming in, Melanie. And okay, Kaye, Pampered Chef sounds like it takes a lot of time. So, tell me how it fits into your schedule, and tell me what your goals and hopes are for what you're doing.
Sure.
Obviously, you want to raise a lot of money for organizations.
Well, my goal for the year is to try to do one fundraiser a month. But the other thing that you want to do is to host a lot of parties and get people the things that they need for their kitchen, or that they want, for that matter. I mean, I didn't know that I wanted an air fryer, but and I don't need an air fryer, but I really like having it at this point. So, you know, so your my goals money wise,
Just your goals in general.
in general. Okay, well, I want to meet a whole lot of people, and that's what I mean. I love doing social media, and I love meeting people on Facebook. I know people around the world on Facebook and on YouTube and on Twitter, and I just so most of my parties right now are held on Facebook, and so I get to meet. I've probably met 150 people in December that I didn't know before. And they get to ask me questions about Pampered Chef and about the quality of the products and about recipes that they can make with what we have, or with other things in their kitchen for that matter. You don't have to have this skillet. It's nice, but you don't have to have it. If you want to make square brownies, you kind of have to have our square brownie pan. But
Yeah.
so yeah, I want to do one fundraiser a month. Hopefully, they'll be hosted. This time, I'm doing it for myself, and I had my launch party on Black Friday. It started on Black Friday, and so most of the people that I know have already bought something from Pampered Chef, and so it makes it a little more difficult. But if they're hosted, then I get to reach a new audience and raise more funds for whatever they choose. And Pampered Chef works with Feeding America to help feed our neighbors, and that's the one I'm doing right now. And they also work with the American Cancer Society, and there's a thing called Hope Lodge through the American Cancer Society as well that they give money to. So those are the 3 that they work with, and those are the ones that get the double percentages. But you can pick a fundraiser. Like, I'm going to work with Gail for her service dog.
Hey.
Yeah. And
Now, I haven't heard back from them, by the way, so I got to email them again.
Fingers crossed.
And, it's such a small world, and I know part of it's with social media, but it blew me away when you said that you knew somebody with CARES, which is where I'm getting my service dog. Because that's going to make it a lot easier to have the party.
Yeah, it'll be fun. That's very cool. So yes, regular fundraisers can be run through for just about anything. If you Boy Scout group, Girl Scout group, your church, whatever you're raising money for, up to $600 in sales is 10%, and then after $600 in sales, it's 15%. So I just did in December, I did a fundraiser for a nonprofit in Georgia, and we raised a good amount of money for them, and I was really proud of that. So And yes, Tanya Lambert says CARES is where I got Archer from, and she knows a friend of mine, which is Ann Stevenson. And Ann and I used to work together. Ann is a school counselor, or was a school counselor before she retired here in Missouri, and now she works with CARES.
So, yeah, it's just you were talking about having friends all over the globe, and you don't know who you're going to contact that will need a fundraiser or be interested in the products, or a friend of a friend
Right.
who's going to want
Or
different
feel
things.
like
So,
that they need something that will help them um, with their income right now. I know I got into
I
this.
was just fixing to get to that. So, yeah,
Yeah, I got into this thinking that it is a way that I could help bring in income for my family. So that's 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 kind of where I'm at. I mean, I like helping people, but it is a nice way to bring in income for your family. And you said you want to
there's
get into that. So
almost everybody I know is in that situation right now of needing to make extra money. And I know the products are can be expensive, but they also last a long
forever.
time. And
Yeah.
um, but there's just such a need for
Yes.
extra income these days. And that's kind of why I was asking, like, how it fits into your life. Like, how
Sure.
do you do all these posts and make all
Gotcha.
these things happen?
I did not answer that question, and I'm sorry. So the lady who recruited me is a full time. She works a 9 to 5 in Memphis, Tennessee, and she has all of her posts scheduled. So we do 10 posts a day in a party, and so at 8 a.m. Central Time, her first post goes out, and we have a program basically called Cinch Share, and it we look through the posts, we change them and edit them so that they fit whatever we're working on for that party, and then they get scheduled to go out in this Facebook group, and then so what happens with my recruiter, um, she schedules the first few posts and people like them, and the host is responsible for commenting on things and tagging their friends, and then at our lunch break, she checks in and goes, okay, I need to answer this comment, this comment, this comment, I need to tag this person and do this, and so things like that. And then the rest of the party goes on, and when she gets off work, then she works in the evening. So you can spend as much or as little time as you want. It is your own business. I'm an independent consultant with Pampered Chef. Pampered Chef isn't saying you have to work 20 hours a week, or you have to work 40 hours a week, or you have to work 5 hours a week. If you want to take a break, I took a break from December 21st until the 3rd of January. I didn't do anything Pampered Chef because I just wanted to spend that time with Matt. I wanted to
Sure.
spend time over the holiday. And so, yeah, I think that I probably work at it more than some because I consider it my full-time job. But I can also make my own schedule. So if I don't want to work at, 2 in the morning, I don't have to. But if I want to work at 2 in the morning, I totally can do that. And people make orders whenever they want, and I don't have to be there. That it's all online. So if you went to my shop now page, you could just shop and look for things, and it would order them, send it to shipping, and I don't have to do anything except for say thank you the next day and answer any questions you might have for it. So
Well, I love that you don't have to spend 26 hours out of a day
oh no.
to do it. You
No.
know,
I mean, it is work, and helping people is work. It's all customer care though. What is going to be the best for my customers? How am I going to give them the best experience they can possibly have? And then then you go for it. You schedule all your posts and you answer all the questions. And if somebody needs a telephone call to help place their order, because some people aren't as good at technology as others.
It's true.
I can personal shop for people. That's easy, you know. And I have this whole team of people who've been doing it way longer than I have, who are helping me. So if I have a question and I can't get your order right, or I can't get the right answer, or I don't know, hey, can this be washed in the dishwasher or not? And I can't find it out on the website, I can always go to that team of people, 280 some odd people that I'm on the bottom rung of that team, and go, okay, guys, I need your help. What's going on here? And they're all so wonderful. I haven't met anybody who hasn't been wonderful. So
you're independent, but you've got backup.
oh, it's great. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's being on a team where everybody wants you to succeed. And I'm just like, you're kidding me. You want me to be able to sell all this stuff and you're not trying to take my sales? Because that happened to me before too. I worked at a big box store. I worked at a big box store and I was in sales. I was a sales specialist. But when I would, leave for breaks or whatever, the other salespeople would come in and take my sales. And I'd be like, you're kidding me. These people don't do that. They're like, nope, that's your customer. Let's do the best for your customer.
Nice.
And that's what I found.
Awesome. So, Kaye, in the last couple of minutes, what else would you like people to know about Pampered Chef or about you?
Sure. Well, Pampered Chef's been around for 40 years. They have great customer service on just the home office side. So if you have a problem with your product and call the number, somebody's going to be there to help you and walk you through whatever you need. I really enjoy being a consultant. It's given me purpose again. Being a YouTuber is great and I love editing. That's for me. I'm a YouTuber for me and hopefully it helps some other people. But being a consultant has given me purpose. I can show you, hey, here's how this is going to go. And hey, there is this great opportunity to earn some extra money for your family. And it's not an evil thing. People think that marketing, this type of marketing, internet marketing, is just bad. And it's not. I know that there's a stigma about it, but it will help. It's a way that I can help. And with getting to do fundraisers, I get to help more people, and I love that. Okay. So
well, there's two different worlds out there. I'm glad that you said that you could help people that do like the personal shopping, which help them on the phone, because I think that's great because there's two different worlds. There's the online world and the offline world. Yep. And you got to bridge both. And Tanya also, just want to get to her real quick before we go. Could I, if I did this, post about my party, let's say, to let the cerebral palsy groups know?
I'm fine with you posting wherever you want, but every group has different rules, So there are some Pampered Chef groups that I can't post about my parties in. I can't say, hey, I'm having a party, and I guess if I were doing an outdoor something for like the Ozark Trails Society, I would ask in the group before I posted, hey, we're doing this thing.
So really it's up to the rules on the individual groups.
Yep.
Neither you nor Pampered Chef puts any limits on it. Is that kind of what you're saying?
Right. If you're hosting a party and somebody says, hey, yeah, you should put it in here, then put it in there.
Okay.
The more reach you get, the better. But if you wanted to say, I've got a cerebral palsy group over here and there are a bunch of my friends, and you wanted to put a post in there that says, hey, I'm having a Pampered Chef party, and they're happy for you to do that, then go for it.
Great. Sounds great. Cool. Well, let's see. Tanya says, yes, I just wanted to know if Pampered Chef has any objections. So,
Nah, that's good.
that's awesome.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me on. I
Thank
know that
you for being on.
oh,
I really appreciate it. And I'm glad for what you're doing and for what you've done. And thank you so much.
thank
Now, I'm
you.
going
And
to put the links to your channels down below, but
awesome.
is there any other link that I need to add, or can they reach you through those two channel links?
They can reach me through those two channel links
There
just
you go.
fine. And you can find me on Facebook at Happy Trails Hiking or at Simply Inspired Kitchen Creations with KJ.
Ah, nice. Like that. Well, thank you all for coming in, and make sure you share the link and tell others about it because they may want to know about Pampered Chef and how they can use it to work for them or for another organization. So tune in. Thank you all. And thank you again, Kaye.
Thank
Bye.
you.